Hi, I'm Tim Marsh and welcome to TourDeFranceTips.com TV. Okay, today I'm going to talk about cycling and dreams. Now, cycling. I'm obsessed by cycling. Look at me, I've got an Etape Tour t-shirt on, I've got a bike bag down here, I've just made 4 cycling related videos for the website. I've got one of these silly caps on my bikes there. I love it, I'm mad about it. The only thing I love better than cycling is cycling in France. Long, hot or long warm days, it's light at 10 PM, you can cycle late. The most spectacular scenery in the world. I mean, this stuff is mind-blowing. You think you've seen it all and go to France, you're riding up 2,600 metre mountains. Okay, to those in the US or on Hawaii, you can ride up to 3,000 metres, that's cool. But spectacular scenery, mountains as far as the eye can see, snow in summer, at the very top of the peaks around Chamonix and stuff like that. Places like Mont Ventoux, the Tourmalet, areas steeped in history, vineyards, the most beautiful, amazing villages. You go on long rides during the day, watch the Tour de France if that's a thing on TV, come back to the village where you're staying or wherever you're staying, go visit a village if you're not staying in one, have pizza for dinner, a beer, watch life go past with the villagers going through, running their easygoing lives. It's just amazing. It's an amazing place to be any time of the year, but especially around TourDeFranceTips.com. Tour de France tips time, sorry. Or Tour de France time. No recut the video, nothing's perfect. Now, I talked to a lot of people about my experiences going to the Tour de France and going to France and doing L'Etape. And a lot of people, they listen and they just say, oh, one day I'd love to do that, or maybe one day. And when I hear that, I know almost certainly that person will never do it, because for them there's an excuse, or there's always an excuse. And when I talk to people and try and draw out the reasons, they tell me too expensive, too hard, got kids, and I just think, are you insane? This is stupid. These are not blocks or reasons for you not to go. If you've got kids, negotiate with your wife. If you need to, get 2 weeks off. That's all you need, I promise. If you don't have kids, then what are you waiting for? You need to get over there. Take a mate, take a partner. Doesn't matter, just get over there. And cost, well, it's not as expensive as you think it is. Or it may be. Now, a lot of people, they think, oh, it's so hard, where do I start? And then they think, I'll go check out a tour company. Now, tour companies are cool, they fill a market. I'm not dissing tour companies at all, so if any tour company people are watching, please, I'm not having to go at you. But if you're happy to have someone organise the whole thing for you and spend $6,000 or $7,000 for a couple of weeks and be toured around and waited on and stuff, and airfares are on top of that, that's your thing, that's cool, go do that. I know a few people who do it and they're perfectly fine doing that. But for the vast majority of us who only want to spend, say, $3,000 or $4,000 for 2, 3, 4 weeks, which is more than enough over there, I can promise you, then I'm going to show you how to do it. Firstly, using me as a case study, last year I went with 2 mates and I spent probably less than $3,000 for 2.5 weeks. Airfares, $2,000. Now, we're flying from Australia and it's probably the most expensive place on earth to get to Europe, maybe apart from New Zealand. So if you're from Europe, obviously cheaper. America, Canada, South America, probably a little bit more expensive, or say anywhere in Africa, then getting to France is a lot cheaper, or should be cheaper than 2,000 Australian dollars, which is 2,000 US at the moment, probably around 1,500 euros, something like that. Accommodation, we stayed in the Pyrenees, in the Atlantic Pyrenees, near a town called Aramit. Last year it was $300 each for 2.5 weeks. Car hire, Mercedes Viano, $300 for 2.5 weeks. So what's that? $2,600, not including food and drink and any other sort of ancillary expenses. So you're looking at $3,000 for 2.5 weeks, and we didn't live badly. I mean, you could do it cheaper than that if you really wanted to. You could catch trains around, which might cost more than $300 depending how many trains you're catching around, how many places you're going to. If you stay in hotels, it'll cost you a little bit more. But what I'm trying to illustrate is this does not have to be expensive. It's so easy to do as well. So I understand, the language is a bit of a barrier, but let me tell you, le langue français, ce n'est pas difficile. I think that's right. It's not difficult. It's very simple. Coffeebreakfrench.com, there's 80 episodes of free podcasts for you to learn French, enough to get you by, I promise. That's not an excuse for you here. Airlines, airports, baggage, all easily solved. Go check out tourdefrancetips.com, use the Google search and look up baggage rules, airports, a heap of posts will come up for you to check out. There's a 7-part series on the website for you to go and check out, showing you step by step how to pick airports according to your itinerary, whether it's leisure, Tour de France or L'Etape. I take everything into consideration and show you how to plan your trip properly, where to fly, airlines and their baggage restrictions. There's a whole bunch of information, some free, some not, on there, on what to look out for and the pitfalls and traps. Car hire, accommodation, so camper vans versus hotels versus camping versus car hire versus, don't take trains into consideration yet. We'll be looking at that pretty soon. So, and also Tour de France, watching a Tour de France stage, things to watch out for, when to be on the road, that sort of stuff. L'Etape, how to train for L'Etape, logistics around L'Etape, all that sort of stuff. It's all covered. International roaming for mobile phones. There's absolutely no reason for you not to go and follow your dreams and go and watch the Tour de France and or do L'Etape and or go to France for leisure. I mean, for the sake of a few $1,000s, if you live your dream trip with a couple of mates or your partner, and let me remind you, we're talking daylight till 10 p.m, warm sunny days. You can do a couple of rides in a day if you want. Very, very cruisy, laid back lifestyle. People are very cool. Get up in the morning, go have a coffee, and the best croissants in the world. I tell you, if you've had a croissant in Australia, then go have one in France. You'll never want one here again. Baker's Delight, you've got a lot to answer for. Have lunch, watch the tour, and then sit back at night, a little bit sun-kissed, and have a icy cold Heineken and a French pizza, which are very good. I tell you, this is the life. So what I want people to get out of this video is, if you've looked at it, maybe looked at the Tour de France tips.com website, or you've watched the Tour de France on TV, you've heard about L'Etape, or you've heard from friends about cycling in France, and you thought, oh, it all sounds so amazing, but it's too hard for me, too expensive, and thrown in the too hard basket, or something you just dream about, then it is time for you to live your dream, because there's no reason for you not to do it, alright? So go check the website out. There's heaps of posts and information. I'm talking loads of information for you to check out and just repost and get ideas and stuff like that. You can send me an email and I'll answer it and give you some ideas. There's a bunch of ebooks, airline and airport and baggage rules. There's one on training for L'Etape. That one is specifically about training for L'Etape. If you're going to do L'Etape, training, recovery and logistics. There's a general cycling through France guide, so if you want all-in-one guides, these are paid. So I don't care if you don't even buy them, but just please go and read the free content and get inspired and get over there and see what it's all about. So yeah, I hope you've been inspired by this video and you've got enough out of it to get over there and live your dream, because there's no reason for you not to. This is Tim. See you soon.